Let's get it out of the way and start with the transfer window. First chance to speak to you since it closed. We spoke about you being confident the club would do the right things. Did they do the right things for you?
Yes, I think we was important that we get the numbers slightly down. I think that's been a thing since the beginning of the season. I think that changes the dynamics massively, and yeah, I'm very happy.
Just tell me how it does help you as the head coach when those numbers do go down, what that does for you. Does it just enable you to spend more time with each player you've got, or is there more to it on the training ground than that?
Well, not just for me, I think for every single one. And obviously we have a great number of staff, but time still is a limited resource. I think that's normal for every staff, and that just not just football staff, also medical staff, S&C. And I think that we can dedicate even more time to the individuals now. And I think we have a good squad size. Again, there was some tough decisions to make for who's going to be in the squad for the game tomorrow. It just shows how high the quality is, and so very happy.
Ultimately, the club sold your top scorer and the man whose goals, 32 of them in the Championship for the club over a season and a half. That could be seen as handicapping you, making your job harder because you've lost your top scorer, not easier. How do you view Adam Armstrong's sale?
Yeah, I don't see it that way. I think Adam Armstrong, again, he has written such an unbelievable chapter for this football club, has been a great servant to Southampton. And then if a player comes up with the wish to open up some conversations and a potential change, I think that you, as a football club, just need to be open to listen to whatever coming in. And I think in the end that we have found a nice solution for all of the parties involved, and then we have Kyle lined up, no, in the end I'm very happy.
Kyle Larin's profile seems to be more of the mould of Ross, or more of the mould of a one central striker in a 4-2-3-1, for example. Is that what you were after? Is that the model you were after?
Well, I think if you look at us as a team in general, and I think that's been the story for most of the season, I think that we have lots of qualities that we can put on the pitch. Size and physicality is not necessarily one of them, especially if we play with two centre-backs. And obviously there's always a chance in some of the games to compensate that further up top on the pitch. And I think Ross has given to us in many games. I don't think that we need that necessarily for every single game, but it might help us for some of the games that we are approaching.
Interestingly, I've been saying to people, James Bree also does that by coming back into the squad, gives you more defensive height as well. And of course, it's one of my annoyances that he was allowed to go last summer, but you know, this is football. So you do have a bit more height there, which I know something you're keen to have.
Yeah, well, I think it is as it is. I think there's been a lot of player movements in the summer. Again, now I'm happy to have James here, not just for his physicality, but also for the experience that he brings into the team. He's played over 250 games in the Championship, and you can feel that in some moments of the game, that it just helps us as a group. So again, I think that we've had many players coming in this January, or then from a loan or from a longer injury, and the squad is looking very strong at the moment.
I think we were all impressed with how Taylor Harwood-Bellis concentrated and played on Saturday when there was some distractions for him from reports about the West Ham links. How good has he been this week since the window's shut, knowing he's not going anywhere?
Excellent. I think he's been outstanding on the weekend. There's not many players that can play that pass that he played before the first goal, and then this situation opens up the whole game for us. I've said this to him the other day, that I feel that he is growing week by week, month by month. Again, as 24 years old now, became a father. I think there's many things in life that also change with that, and he is taken on more and more responsibility, and I think you can see that on the pitch.
It was a big day, wasn't it, at Stoke? I feel, to get that clean sheet away from home, to get that monkey off the back, as we say in English. It's been a long time for the club since they had a clean sheet away in the league.
Yeah, someone said that.
It was this Boxing Day 2024. It's too long for a club like Southampton in the Championship, and that sort of performance is at Stoke is a sort of template, isn't it, for the rest of the season? The efficiency, the concentration.
I mean, it shows that we are moving forward. I've been speaking about this for quite a few weeks, months maybe. That we as a team just need to move forward, and for me, moving forward means a certain solidity in the way we approach games, because we have so much quality further up the pitch. And no matter if everything is in flow or not, we still have enough quality to always put one in the back of the net. But sometimes it's just the fact that one goal will need to be enough to win a game of football. And I think if we manage to make that step towards a clean sheet, especially away from home, but also for the home games, I think that's actually a huge step forward for us as a group.
Watford are an interesting club. They have been for quite a while, because you never quite know who's going to be managing them when you're going to come up against them later in the season. And of course, 2 ex-Bournemouth players are running the show at the moment, Charlie Daniels and Dan Gosling. Does it make your job harder to prepare for Watford, knowing they're now not Javi Gracia's Watford, they're someone else's Watford?
Yeah, I can understand where the question is coming from. I think that Watford, I've been in Italy for a couple of years, so I'm familiar with the owners, and quite a few changes. Still, they have, I think, a very good squad, some very good players in there. Good thing is that they have played a game midweek, so we have seen some footage of what they have changed and adapted, and it's actually not too much, because in the end, the idea also lives with the players, and the players haven't changed massively. It's changed a little bit. With Max Lane going back and Funi coming in from City again, it's a different profile, but overall the team looks quite similar. Some changes in the middle of the pitch on how they are set up, and it's going to be a big challenge for us, but also a big opportunity to go strong tomorrow.
Very good clean sheet for them. They will take heart from that. That was a good clean sheet at Hull.
Yeah, they were good. Yeah, they had a good game on Tuesday. I think for us it'll be important. We've had a whole week to prepare. They've been on the road. They'll be on the road again, so we need to use this to our advantage, and I think we've done in the past already, and it'll be key for us tomorrow.
Any injuries to worry about? And I ask that with particular regard that you managed to save Ross Stewart after an hour or so last weekend, and Leo Cienza and so on. So how's everyone looking?
Good. I think as good as it can be. I think the only one who is actually seeing a specialist today is Mats Röslev, but we need to just see how we can continue and how quickly we can start to load him again. For the rest, the squad is looking good, players are looking good. Obviously always easier after a win with some days off, and we'll need to be on top tomorrow.
Okay, now FIFA,